The four joys of joyful living in a nutshell. Let's see if we can do these quickly and succinctly so that you have a sense of what this website is all about. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of what it means to be a human being awake and alive and experiencing a joyful way of being in the world. So the four joys of joyful living. The first is to relax into the formless. What the heck does that mean? It means that if we can extend our experience of ourselves beyond our thoughts, beyond our body, beyond our personality, and follow our senses back to our source, if you will, to our own spacious, aware, awake, calm, and silent beingness. And we can do that by a simple series of questions created by Arjuna Ardagh, an awakening coach teacher. And those questions have to do with who is aware? What is it that is seeing, is hearing, is sensing? And can we relax into being with that which is sensing? If you relax and go through that with yourself or with a partner, you can begin to expand your experience of yourself to the source, to the context of being, rather than identifying with the content, with the thoughts, with the emotion, with the body and personality as who we are. When we live from an expanded experience of ourselves, then we have space for everything to arise and simply be presence, which is our second joyful living skill. Be presence, moving from our thoughts and emotion to simple, open, conscious awareness. And when we can begin to have an inner quiet and sit in our seat of consciousness, as Michael Singer calls it, then we can begin to have a sense of the joy arising in us. Joy is inherent in us. It is our experience of being alive. If you watch little children, our attraction to them is because they're in their spirit. They're in their joyful, present moment experience of life. And the challenge and the joy of adulthood is reconnecting with that and healing what we need to heal to be connected to that moment to moment. And that's our third joy, which is healing to wholeness. The job of adulthood is to heal our childhood wounds, to know those things with which we have constricted ourselves and repressed emotion. If we can begin to heal those wounds of childhood by simply being presence and allowing those repressed emotion to arise in us and be the space for them, they move through us to a more healed experience of our hearts. Our inner world becomes more joyful, more loving, more rejoicing. And that brings us to the fourth joy of joyful living, which is to share our gifts. So that once we've moved our identity to the formless, to our own formless nature, from which we've arisen and which we are a part of, and allow ourselves to be present, to be awake and aware experientially, living moment to moment, healing our hearts so that joy arises naturally in us moment to moment, then all that's left to do is to share our gifts, to begin to learn what is calling us forward and what speaks to us, what puts us more and more in our joy and in the flow, follow our bliss, as Joseph Campbell invited us. So that's the fourth, sharing our gifts. So it's relaxing into who we really are, relaxing into the formless, being presence, healing to wholeness, and sharing our gifts. I'm so glad you've joined me on this journey. Come back often to read the posts and see the videos. I hope you share it with your friends and let me know what you'd like to see on the site, what you're getting from it, any suggestions you have. Thanks so much.